everyone. Hello. You know what? It's Self-Care Sunday. Sunday, I tell you. It's Self-Care Sunday. How are you today? Tell me about your day. What are you grateful for this Self-Care Sunday? Hey, Kitty, how was your Sunday? What are you grateful for? Tell me what's making your day amazing, everybody. What is making your day amazing? I had half a self-care Sunday. Half time, I guess. Half a self-care Sunday. Half a working Sunday, half a self-care Sunday. But it's all good. It's all good. What is good in your world on this Sunday? We had some clouds. We had some rain. Hello, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, it is treat time. Treat time, I tell you. That is what we are talking about. Nice. Got to catch up with people on the phone, family on the phone. It is, I have not done my sibling Sunday duties yet today. I will probably do it in the car on Monday. Because after the show, I usually, it's over. So I will probably catch up with family tomorrow. I did not do it today. I usually do reserve Self-Care Sunday for Sibling Sunday and call all my siblings on Sundays and check in with them and make sure that they're still doing okay. Yeah, it wasn't awful today, the rain. It wasn't, there was a lot of it on the roads, but it never felt like it was coming down in buckets. Although, as we were out running errands, the roads had a lot of water on it. But Kitty got the worksheet I posted today. We're going to start talking about it tonight. I know it's going to be a multi-night talk about, but that was the work part of my day. I had to get that done. I had some quiet time at my desk this morning, and I got that done. Happy Sunday, Kelly. I am sorry that has taken me so long to get done. Happy Sunday. It is Self-Care Sunday. It's great to have you here, Kelly, but I am very glad to have gotten that done because we gotta get the mindset around the quantity of inventory you need. And it's a mindset. We always feel like we have too much in this business. We always feel like we're drowning in incoming. I don't care, what. You're always telling me I'm drowning in incoming. And we had a lot come in this weekend. I've had messages from my driver. Where do I put stuff tonight? He's out there working tonight, which I love. I love that he's there. I love that he's working. He's also already doing repairs, which I'm grateful for. Somebody said one of our storage closet for hangers, the door frame, something's wrong with it. He's like, I had to run home and get my compressor. I'm like, I don't know what that is and why you would need it for a door frame, but sure, that's great. I love things getting fixed. I just wanted you to drive and move stuff, but you want to fix things too? We'll take that. That's a good thing. So I guess that's the other little bit of work I've been doing, directing from afar tonight. So, but it's his back lifting, not mine, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing, people. And we are excited. We are broadcasting tonight again on Facebook and YouTube. Cassandra's got the link to Facebook in the show comments on there. If you have any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube because we are broadcasting on both. Let's get this party started, folks. Let's get it started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start every night. Tonight, we're on page 42 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Everything could change today, or one tiny vital thing. What it won't be is a rerun of yesterday. Let's see. Boom. There you go, folks. There you go. Let's see what I got in my pile tonight. Our quote from Simon tonight is: a leader should only take credit when things go right, unless they're willing to accept responsibility when things go wrong. A leader should only take credit when things go right, unless they are willing to accept responsibility when things go wrong. I kind of disagree with that, Simon. And what I disagree with this quote on is I don't think a leader needs to take credit. I don't think a leader needs to take credit in any situation. It needs to take responsibility for things and shoulder things for their team, especially when things aren't going right. They need to be the one that carries the weight of that, so their team doesn't feel that. But, I think it is about crediting the team, not crediting a leader's ego. I think that's something that gets lost in things, is that a leader's ego needs to get the attaboys, and that's not what needs to happen. Is if the team succeeds, the leader succeeds. So it is all about it. Yeah, I mean, we are where the buck stops, Kelly. You got that right. I mean, so when things go wrong, we're there to shoulder it and not post blame. Okay, we're there to take it for the team, and we should let the team celebrate the victories and take the credit for the victories. I look at my job. The most important thing I do in my job is get out of the way. The most important thing I do is get out of the way. I assemble great people. I get them on the bus. I put them in the right seat on the bus. And I give them all the tools they could possibly need to do their job. Granted, I didn't know the driver needed a compressor, but all the tools they need to get their job done. If he could need a compressor, I'd get him a compressor. Okay. And then, I let them thrive and I get out of the way. Okay. It's the most important thing I do, which is hard for a lot of business owners. Okay. You got to remember, you're a leader and you're a business owner. That's a complex thing. And it is hard for a lot of business owners to get out of the way. Staff members become emotionally invested when we give them credit for great ideas and actions. That is correct. Okay. That was last night's quote, Kelly, or the night before's. I don't know if you remember. The quote was when you invest for money or something along those lines, you expect a return. When you become emotionally invested, you get credit. You're creating a connection when you're emotionally invested. And I know you listen to me. Hey, somebody's got to. My peanut gallery doesn't. It's wah 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 when I talk. But hey, you listen, Kelly. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. All of my audience that tunes in. Well, then it is Self-Care Sunday. I barely have to tell you, as we kick off week 69 and 70, that this is a marathon. I give you this reminder each and every week, but it is a marathon, people, and that is why we have Self-Care Sunday, so you can disconnect and recharge, just like Kitty did today, and I did for half a day today, but I kind of did half a day yesterday too. I did work hard at my desk this morning. That's how I got my spreadsheet done. But Self-Care Sunday is so important. And even if you have to take half a day one day and half a day another day, that's okay. It's the symbol. Even if you take Tuesday off, but you have to recharge. This is a marathon and we're not at the finish line yet. Not at the finish line. We are making incredible progress, but we are not at the finish line of this yet. But we're making progress, and Don't forget how far you have come, but you still have far to travel. That is the message of Self-Care Sunday. And we have the recipe of the week, and Adele is treating us to Harvey Wallbanger cake. Now, I am curious, Adele, if you actually make this with the vodka. I know you don't drink, so do you make this with the vodka, or do you skip the vodka? Or do you not notice the vodka because you're cooking with it? But the Harvey Wallbanger cake is the recipe of the week. You can find that in every recipe at nerds.org/Resale Strong, REC. That's where you find the whole Resale Strong cookbook. All of it is there. You'll find everything in the Resale Strong cookbook right there for you to keep you going and cooking your way through this right to the other side. You know, you'll find appetizers, entrees, drinks, and Harvey Wallbanger cake for dessert. You'll find them all at nerds.org/Resale Strong, REC. All righty. Well, I told you we'd be talking more about inventory. And so I did create the spreadsheet, which was based on the starts of your homework. And why do we need to talk about inventory? Well, inventory, and especially for clothing stores, okay, we are about to hit you have the opportunity to ride a major wave is coming. A major wave is headed our way. You use the vodka. All right, Adele. Well, it's funny that you use it, you say that with the vodka. And that's why a lot of people, that drink martinis like I like a martini, and I prefer a gin martini, okay? But they do the vodka ones because they can go longer. They can have more of them, okay, or more of it. And they go for the vodka because it doesn't affect them the way the gin does. But that's great. Okay, I'm good with that, Adele, that you use that. And I know you're not going to eat a lot of cake. So even after, you're not getting drunk on one slice of cake. I don't know what Dazzle would do with you if you had that. But that is great. So inventory is the blood running through your business's veins. Okay, but more than that, and think about clothing. Okay, as you think about clothing, okay, clothing is the vessel for your customers. Okay, it makes them feel good. It helps them find joy. Okay, it helps them express themselves. It is their vessel to self-expression. Okay, so as a clothing store coming out of this pandemic, you are helping people vessel their inner spirit, their energy, what they want to convey to the world. I mean, they've been conveying from here to here, okay, what people have been conveying. But now they get to show their color. They get to show their style. They get to show how they feel. They get to feel good again, okay? Okay. Sweats and leisure wear is just that. Okay, there's a reason they call it Leisure Suit Larry. I mean, that isn't who they want to convey. It conveys their confidence. They use the vessel of clothing to convey their confidence in their abilities and their future. I mean, you ever look at somebody? Yes, you get to be peacocks again. I saw a picture of a peacock in a shop today. You get to be peacocks again. You do. I mean, even now that I have a driver, I get to wear something other than truck pants. And I know you don't know what truck pants are, but those are the pants and shirts that I'm willing to ruin if I have to cover the truck for the store, So I have these shirts that have already been ripped or have a pull in them, and these pants that have pulls in them, and I don't mind getting dirty in. Okay, relatively speaking, it's not my thing, but I can be the truck driver for that. Okay, but then you want to look better, and so this is where we're headed. This is where everybody's headed, and they want that feeling, and they need that. Okay, and as I've told you, traditional retail has huge supply chain issues. Cassandra was in Nordstrom yesterday. Okay, Nordstrom at a major at an A mall in Massachusetts. Okay, a very nice, one of a better mall in Massachusetts, and yesterday, and they have huge areas just with no inventory, racks and racks and racks with no inventory. Okay, it's called supply chain issues, people. You want to know what supply chain issues? Huge sections of square footage with nothing, or some mannequins dressed and nothing else around it. You can't buy anything there in those sections. I mean, huge empty sections of their thing. She's like, you would have been walking through with your calculator doing the math on how much that empty space is costing them, and it's true. Okay, resale stores are always, okay, almost always feeling like they are drowning in inventory. Okay, how many years has it been since Adele had her store? Back then, she thought she was drowning in inventory. Okay, we always feel like we're drowning in inventory. I mean, even, we're always nervous about it before we open our store. I mean, even when we opened our store, when we first opened, we had racks pushed to the front windows. Okay, so it looked like we had lots of stuff in the store. We only needed that for a very short period of time. That was a very short-lived feeling. Okay. So this is you always feel like you're drowning. Okay. And you feel that way because you don't quantify it. Okay, you don't quantify it. You talk about, I have all this income coming in, all this incoming. Okay, but that's not quantifying it. That's a feeling. Okay, that's a feeling. That's a feeling of overwhelm. That's a feeling of lack of process. That is not a feeling of quantity or dollars in your store. Okay, and that is why I did this worksheet for you guys. Okay, and it is posted in the NARTS private Facebook group. And if Adele hasn't already, I didn't look, but my guess is Adele's already put it over at narts.org/resale strong. If it's not over at Resale Strong yet, it'll be at narts.org/resale strong by noon tomorrow. And what this worksheet is looking at, okay, is for the first 6 months of this year. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Great to have you here tonight. So glad you could join us live. Live, Michelle. What you're looking at on this worksheet, okay, is the homework that I've told you to prep for. Okay, you're looking at your inventory dollars. So there's 2 tabs to this worksheet. Two tabs to this worksheet. The first tab is where you do all your data entry. And see, I knew Adele was on top of it. I knew Adele. Adele makes me look good. I wish you ladies, someday you ladies talk about going out without makeup on. Okay. You ladies talk about it all. I can't go out without, I have to get ready. I have to put my makeup on and I have to get ready. Nobody can see me before I do that. And, you guys talk about that all the time. Well, Adele, you should see if I went out on my own without Cassandra and Adele making me look good. Okay. They're behind the scenes, taking care of all those details that make me look good. Okay, that allow me to just show up and talk. Okay, those are phenomenal, priceless resources. Because if I came out without that, I'd be like, well, you have to go to this tech site and download all these forms, and it wouldn't be as pretty as it looks. So let's give credit where credit is due. So on the data entry tab of the spreadsheet, I've given you two things tonight. I've given you an example sheet, and I've given you your workbook to put your numbers in. Okay. And what you're looking to do is, for the first 6 months of this year, you are going to put your inventory dollar value as of the end of the month and your inventory units as of the end of the month, the actual number of items you have on hand, okay, for each of the 6 months. You're then also going to do that in sales. You're going to put your sales dollars, how much you sold, okay, and you're going to put in how many units you sold, okay. So inventory and units, how many you had left at the end of the month in dollars, and how many pieces. And pieces is really important, and I'm going to talk more about it in a second, but pieces is really, really important, okay, because that's what it all matters, okay. It matters how many of these shirts, how many of those blouses, how many of that great outfit you can get out the door. Okay, but you can't get them out the door if they never come in, if you are not customer centric. So when you enter that on the first page, okay, so that's the example. This is an example of the first page. Okay. Holding it up there. Then on page 2, on the second tab, it will calculate for you several things. It will tell you things that you may not have looked at before. Okay, so the first thing it will tell you is your average unit price of inventory that month. And what is that? That's the price that you price things at that month. Okay, so of the inventory that was available at the end of a given month, let's say February, for example, in my example, in February, you had $12,500 worth of inventory at the end of the month in your store. And that was comprised of 1,400 pieces of inventory for a total value of $12,500. Well, when you break that down, that's $8.93 is the average price of those 1,400 pieces. Okay. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Then we look at the sales. And you sold 600 units in February. Well, of the 600 units, the average sales price of the 600 units was $8.33. So, you had the inventory price at $8.93, but the average sales price was $8.33, 60 cents less. So you're giving an average discount, an average markdown of 60 cents. Okay. And these numbers are not a perfect view of turn. So I don't want to use the term turn in the sense of how quickly you're turning your inventory, because we're spitballing it versus looking at your actual inventory and time on the floor. But we're using some tools. These numbers help give us a quick snapshot. We need to get a quick snapshot because I need to get you over the feeling of overwhelm, like you are drowning in inventory, because that is the biggest mistake most stores make. Okay, it is the biggest mistake. When I am working with a store, so often they don't have enough inventory. So often it is one of the biggest mistakes stores make in this industry. Because no matter how good you are, you aren't, whether you're doing appointments, whether you're doing open drop-offs, whatever, you do not know what's coming through that door. You do not know what's coming through that door. You don't know what you're going to say yes to. I'm going to come back to your question, Kitty. I'm going to come back to your question in just a minute. So then the system told you. So then on this worksheet, okay, your units it will tell you how many units you received this month. Well, you didn't tell the system that. You said what your value was and how many units you had, and you told it how many you sold. Okay, but the system calculated, okay, the spreadsheet calculated that if you sold this many and you ended with this many, and the previous month you ended with that many, you must have received this many in the month. That's right, Kelly. It is a blessing and a curse, okay, that you don't know what's coming, okay? Ultimately, it is a tremendous blessing, okay? Ultimately, it becomes a tremendous blessing, okay? The blessing of the inventory that you have. Nordstrom would be thrilled with the blessing of the inventory you have, okay? But Nordstrom knows how many units they need to have walk through that door. They know how many units they need to have walk through that door. You're just feeling like there's so much coming through that door. Okay, and so often it is not nearly as many units as you need. Not nearly. And you know, part of that is that, you know, we can talk about this, you know, the refining of inventory and increasing your sell-through, and all that is great, okay? And I want to do that, okay? I want to increase your sell-through. I want you to beat yourself, okay? And that's ultimately what it is. So where you are is where you are, and that's the important thing to know, because we're doing better than yourself. So then the next column on this is percent of previous month inventory sold. So it's telling you how much of the previous month's inventory, your inventory as of the end of the month, that you sold, okay, as a percentage. And I give you this percentage, and it is not a true sell-through number. So understand that. If I were sitting one-on-one with you working on sell-through, this is not the number we would be using. But it is a great number to take a snapshot with. And that's what we're doing, because I don't have time to work individually. There's only so much Neil. There's only so much Neil. And there's only so many hours in the day. Okay? So, you know, what I am doing is creating a snapshot so we can all spitball it. Okay? And know that we're close enough. Okay? Is this your exact true sell-through number? No. But it is close enough to make inventory decisions on. It is close enough to put in your mind. Okay? Hang on a second, I'm going to calculate this. It is close enough, okay, to put in your mind how much inventory you need to have coming through that door. And that's what I want to portray with this, because I don't want you calling me in September or October and saying, I'm so busy, but I wish I had a little bit more, okay? If I had more, I would have been selling it. And because I already know if you had more, I already know what is coming. I know that the best days are ahead of us. I've been saying this for 16 plus months, that the best days are ahead of us. And I know that the best days are ahead of us, okay? So when I know this, okay, and I'm working from that perspective, I am totally working from that perspective. Since I know that, okay, I am trying to give you an indication of where you need to be. From inventory. So then there's two columns that the system is calculating, that this spreadsheet is calculating at the end. There are two columns. One is units needed if percent of previous month is under 75%. And the other is units needed if percent of the previous month is over 75%. Why for the two different columns, Neil? Why? I can bear. Why more columns? Well, it's pretty simple. Okay, because of the tidal wave that is coming. If your sell through, okay, as far as this spreadsheet goes, is above 75%, you need a higher level of inventory. Okay, you need to increase your inventory intake even higher than a person that's below that. And it's quite honestly not to beat you up. It's not, do not take any of this, okay, as a, well, I know some stores, Neil's talking to all these other stores and they're over 75. Don't. Okay? Most people never look at anything for sell-through. Most resale stores never look at their sell-through at all. Okay, and this is a spitball sell-through. Okay, this is not perfect, but it is a great indicator. It is a great indicator towards stepping you towards where you need to be. And it will help you step there now. Okay, and what it's giving you is in units how many more you need. And why is it giving you units? Okay, well, it's giving you units because that's what you see walking through the door. So I didn't want to talk about dollars with it. Okay, dollars is important, but really it comes down to how many of this item, how many items are you going to push through that door? How many are you going to say yes to on the way in so that you can say, yeah, baby, on the way out? Okay, how many are you going to say yes to on the way in so you can say, yeah, baby, on the way out? Okay? That is what it comes down to. It comes down to that number. It comes down to putting that goal for your team of how many we need to be saying yes to on the way in. How many items do we need to be saying yes to? Okay? How many additional items do I need to say yes to? And what do I need to do from a customer centric? Okay, remember, for the last 16 months, for the last 15 months, really, it's been about survival of the business. And when you focus on survival of the business, you focus on the business. Okay. Right now we are focusing on the customer. Okay. And focusing on our suppliers and how to make it easier for them to do business with us. And when you look at the number of inventory units you need to hit that, you will find ways to make that easier for them. Maybe it'll be extending your drop-off hours. Maybe it'll be increasing the amount they can bring in at a time. It is about the customer now, people. It is about, if you want to grow your way out of this, you have to make your business about the customer. It ain't about you anymore. But you can. But if you do this, if you make this about the customer, if you focus your energy and your policies and your setup on the customer to hit these goals, okay? I can't process anymore, Neil. I can't do anymore. We're processing so much. We're flooded. Okay, move. Get that head out of here. Silencio, Bruno. Yes, get that out of your head. You can. You're a superwoman. You have survived COVID. You can do it. Yes, you can. Your team can do it. And then, then you will be able to say, yeah, baby. I was never good at impressions, Michelle. There's spreadsheets. This is my talent. Calculator. That's my talent. Impressions, not my talent. Although I think I can do a good imitation of Gramps. I think I might be able to do Gramps. Grampy. I might be able to do Grampy. But I am not picking on any one of you. I am bringing all of you with me. I am bringing all of you with me. This is not picking on anybody. This is building everyone up. This is not meant to knock anybody down. This is meant to build everyone up. Everyone. Okay, because if you didn't come this far to only come this far. And since so many of you that are listening, so many of you that tune in night after night, own clothing stores, this is incredibly important because the tidal wave is coming for you. The tidal wave is coming for you, and it is a choice if you can ride the wave, or you can get covered by the wave. You can ride the wave or you can get covered by it. That's a choice. Starts up here, people. Grampy likes me. All right. I want to go drinking with Grampy. Grampy knows the hot spots. I can tell. Grampy knows the hot spots. There in Virginia. I'm gonna go hang with Grampy. I'm gonna go hanging with Grampy. I'm gonna see if I can keep up with Grampy. I'm not sure I can keep up with Grampy. I think Grampy's a hot ticket. That is what we do. You naturally float. You naturally float. You know, I saw a sign the other day. It said, my stomach is flat. The L is silent. There you go, people. There you go. Grampy can drink now. I will buckle up. I'm not sure I can keep up with Grampy, but I'll have fun trying. And you know what, Michelle? I'll even have more fun telling the stories later. I'll even have more fun telling the stories of my time out with Grampy. Okay? I think we just hire a limo and go from place to place, you know, or an Uber to drive us around all night, you know. We just pay somebody off. We just hire somebody to drive us around all night. And I know Grampy knows all the hot spots. But I'm worried that I'm going to fall asleep somewhere in between. The Grampy is going to be carrying me out. But that's going to allow you to say, yeah, baby, yeah. Okay, as your inventory leaves the door. Okay, because the best days are so far ahead of us. Okay, I mean, you are going to have an amazing, if you have the inventory, okay, if you are not like Nordstrom with empty racks filling the store, empty racks, okay, just waiting for those containers to come over from Asia, okay, your Asia's in your backyard, your supply chain is around the corner. You unleash that supply chain, you start saying, making it about your suppliers, making it about your customers, and amazing things are going to happen. We will continue to talk about this for the next several nights for sure, because I know a lot of you have not populated this spreadsheet yet. A lot of you haven't downloaded it yet, and that's okay. It's over at narts.org/resalestrong. You can download it. You can download the spreadsheet. You can download the example. Plug in your numbers. Unsure how to get your numbers? Contact your software provider. They aren't sure what to tell you for Neil's homework? Then email me and tell me what software you use, and I'll tell you what reports to do. Okay? I will get you through it. We'll get you through it, and we'll talk our way through it. But it's getting you over that mindset that you are overwhelmed. You ain't seen nothing yet. No, you ain't seen nothing yet. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, I'm not allowed to sing on the show. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I digressed. I almost started singing on the show. Know that we will keep on talking about it because it is so important to making your fall an amazing fall. You know what else is amazing, folks? This show and everything I talk about, this video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links, all the videos, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you know you love ringing the bell so that you never miss a video. Never miss a video. You can also share narts.org/resale strong with everybody you know in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. This applies to cut meats too. I've talked to a butcher. I've talked to a baker. I haven't talked to a candlestick maker, but I've talked to people that sell candles. We'll get everybody to the other side of this. I am here every night live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube at More 8 Than Ish. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. Hey, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Narts has some amazing virtual networking dates that are coming up in our free to members. Network with your peers. No agenda, no speakers. This is your time to talk, not mine. Your time to talk. You can even get a table with me and ask me anything. Network with your peers, and it's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the first night at 9 o'clock. Tuesday at 1, and Thursday at 6. All times are Eastern. So Monday the 12th at 9, Tuesday the 13th at 1, and Thursday the 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't be shy. Hop on there. Well, that's okay, Kelly. You hop on when you can. It's okay if you miss Monday. We got other times there that hopefully don't interfere with your shows and yoga. It's a great time to get on and ask your questions. Ask your questions to anybody. Lots of great knowledge and information out there. Yes, there is. We start this program with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Every night is how we start this program. Tonight, if you are following along in the book, we're on page 42. Good morning. Everything could change today for one tiny vital thing. What it won't be is a rerun of yesterday. Let's see. Our good night tonight is good night. Everything could change tomorrow or one tiny vital thing. What it won't be is a rerun of today. Rest up. There's your graphics, folks. Hey, it's okay that the multiple times and at different times of the day, these networking sessions are there so it works with everybody's schedule. There's no one time that'll work for everybody. We know that at NARTS. But we want to get as many people the opportunity to connect as possible. That's the different times. It doesn't matter, when you can, just hop on. It's a great and easy way. The links are in the NARTS Facebook page, and they have been emailed out to you. So don't miss out. It's a great time. And you can move around from tables. You don't just have to sit at one table. You can say, hey, I've seen this Neil guy enough. I don't need him. I want another table. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a NARTS virtual networking party. I don't know when we'll party again in person, but when we do, you know what? I'm going to be there with you. Yes, you. And maybe Grampy. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dessert.